Yo guys, what's up? It's WarSpirit. Got some more Titanfall for you guys today. This is just going to be a Nexus gameplay using the shotgun, bouncing around and killing some guys, as well as using my Strider chain gun. It is Attrition, so just farming up those bot kills while I'm at it. Today I wanted to talk about some of the recent big announcements from Crytek. They have announced 3 new games that will be coming out from their studio, which is awesome. They're pretty much just going all out and expanding into some new genres of gaming, so it's pretty cool to see that from them. Crytek's definitely one of my favourite companies for making games. Unfortunately, none of the 3 titles were Crysis related, so maybe there'll be a 4th title announced at some point this year, which could be Crysis, but I guess so far for the upcoming E3 event it will be these 3 titles that Crytek will be talking about, and I'm really excited for E3 now just to see these 3 Crytek titles. I don't even know what other games are going to be getting shown off at E3. I haven't really looked into it too much at all, but I am really interested in seeing what these Crytek games are going to be like. So the first one is the big one, which actually people have known about for quite a while now, that Crytek were working on it, and that was Homefront 2, but the announcement trailer only came out recently for it, and we got to see the whole CryEngine and Crytek touch on Homefront, and the graphics in the trailer looked absolutely amazing. There's been a bit of discussion about the lack of a multiplayer, like PvP mode. It does have co-op. It's a 4-player co-op or open world single player experience. I mean, Crytek are known for making fantastic single player experiences in all their Crysis games. The single players have been fantastic. I'm looking forward to the single player experience of Homefront. I'll probably be picking up this game. Obviously I'll wait and see the gameplay at E3, but it is a Crytek game and I am going to buy Crytek games just because I know that they're probably going to be worth trying out and worth playing coming from Crytek. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And honestly, I'm not too worried about the lack of a player versus player multiplayer, because one thing that we do not need right now in the gaming world is another Call of Duty-esque multiplayer shooter, so I'm not bothered about that. I'm pretty happy that they're focusing their efforts on a sort of different take to multiplayer shooting, and that is the 4-player co-op and open world single player as well from Crytek is going to be great, as long as they make sure and keep it open world rather than getting too linear like Crysis 2 and Crysis 3 ended up going after the very sort of open Crysis 1, even although it wasn't super open. Like, I'm thinking the way they're putting this Homefront 2 out there is that it will be even more open world than Crysis 1 campaign was. The other great thing about this new Homefront game is that the publisher is not EA for once. For a Crytek game, and the EA is not the publisher. It's actually being published by Deep Silver, which is a company which I'm quite a fan of as well, because back in the day I played some Sacred 2, and I'm actually looking forward to Sacred 3, which is coming out published by Deep Silver. Should be coming out this year at some point. It's an RPG sort of like Diablo. That was a pretty good game apart from all the crashing issues that it suffered from on PC, but otherwise certainly an upgrade from being published by EA. The game is also meant to be coming out in 2015, so a while to wait still. But we've got some other Crytek games which should be coming out sooner than that. The other one which was announced recently was the Arena of Fate, which is basically just a MOBA, sort of like League of Legends and Dota, as far as we can tell anyway. The website does say that it's different from anything you've ever experienced before, but it is 5 versus 5 arena combat with different heroes and champions to play as. Iconic characters from history and fantasy, it says on the website, so like Robin Hood and Joan of Arc and Little Red Riding Hood are featured champions there, and it is from Crytek, so I'm pretty interested to see what Crytek can do with MOBAs, because well, it's never something they've tried before obviously, and we've got the CryEngine utilised here, so the graphics might be pretty crazy for a MOBA. I hope they have fun with this game, and I'm definitely excited to try it out. The beta should be starting for that during the summer of this year, so fingers crossed I get into that, and hopefully we can show off some gameplay here on the channel of that. The only other MOBA that I really enjoy playing occasionally is League of Legends. I have tried other MOBAs and not really been a fan of them, so hopefully this one is good. I mean, if it's Crytek, I will definitely put in the effort to try and enjoy it, and we'll just need to wait and see. Again, it could be a game that I just won't like. The final game that Crytek has announced recently, 3 out of 3, is the game called Hunt: Horrors of the Gilded Age, and it is basically a third-person Left 4 Dead as far as we can tell from the trailer. It is a 4-player co-op versus hordes of zombies. and that's pretty much all we know right now about the game. So again, looking forward to seeing some more gameplay of that at E3 and learning some more about it. But it's basically taking place in the 19th century, and yeah, multiplayer co-op again, zombie shooter on the CryEngine. Gotta love that. Zombies on CryEngine. The trailer does look like it showcases quite a few varieties of zombies. Some look pretty badass, so could be pretty interesting as well, and I'm really looking forward to it because Left 4 Dead was actually one of my favourite games of all time. Played that a lot, over 1,000 hours in Left 4 Dead 2 at least. Definitely looking forward to a zombie shooter on CryEngine, and that's actually expected for, as far as I can tell, release in fall of 2014, so maybe around about August or September we can expect to be shooting up some zombies in CryEngine. Woohoo! What a lot of people don't actually know about the upcoming zombie game from Crytek is that it's being developed by their Austin studio, which is in the United States, and it's actually the studio which worked previously on the Darksiders game, so I don't know, that might get some of the Darksider fans out there interested in it as well. Homefront 2 is being developed by the UK Crytek studio, while the MOBA Arena of Fate is being developed, I think, by the Bulgarian studio, which basically leaves the main Crytek studio, the one in Frankfurt in Germany, wide open. And I think there's two options for the games that that company in Germany could be working on, and it's either going to be a new Rise for the Xbox One, or it's going to be a Crysis title. So fingers crossed for Crysis, but I'm pretty sure there might be a Rise sequel, so we'll just have to wait and see again. Gonna be fun. Gonna be a fun year, I think, for Crytek. Like 2 years coming up for Crytek, it seems. The only other sort of thing we can hope for from E3 is an update from Respawn about the current status of Titanfall and what they have planned for the next DLCs and any updates for the game, because we are definitely still expecting updates for Titanfall, especially in the matchmaking side of things. Still, it's pretty horrible trying to find games, and I think the player base is dropping rapidly because people are trying to find games and basically waiting up to 20-30 minutes to get into a game, and then just giving up and stopping playing the game because they can't find a match. And then even live streams aren't going well with Titanfall because basically a lot of the live streams are just sitting there watching matchmaking screens. So expecting some updates there from Respawn, and hopefully we can kick off some more Titanfall stuff after E3 with some new things from Respawn. That'll be good to see. Hashtag E3 hype, guys, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.